Welcome to Scrapple TV.
This week, find out how to kickstart your own satellite. An artist uses hundreds of people to create art, and the glorious return of Lorimer Burst. So sit back and prepare to have your mind blown with nerd news. Two University of Michigan engineering professors are turning to Kickstarter to help fund an interplanetary satellite mission. They're teaming up to create two new technologies in a matter of months, with the goal of using plasma thrusters to push a Cub Sat into deep space. Cub Sat is a type of miniaturized satellite for space research that usually has a volume of exactly 1 liter and uses commercial off-the-shelf components for its electronics. The Cub Sat program creates launch opportunities for universities previously unable to access space. Currently, there are 60 universities and high schools participating in the Cub Sat program. Longmire and Cutler are developing a new miniature thruster technology to mount on the Cub Sats. This new thruster will help them to escape Earth's orbit and send them into interplanetary space. The thruster, which would use superheated plasma directed through a magnetic field to propel the Cub Sat, will be the first of its kind. With this technology, exploring interplanetary space and eventually other planets will become faster and cheaper than ever before. Longmire's propulsion design possesses two very different characteristics from the current propulsion systems. For one, it's tiny. The system has to fit inside a 10-centimeter cube of space, about 1/3 of the total spacecraft. Second, Longmire's thrusters uses a very different type of fuel, liquid iodine, or distilled water. Typically, plasma thrusters use a gas such as xenon or krypton. The use of liquid propellant is necessary to store more fuel in a smaller space. The thruster will vaporize the iodine or water and then superheat it into a plasma state. A plasma is a gas that has been energized to the point that some of the electrons break free from their nuclei. It's often referred to as the fourth state of matter. That plasma will then be directed through a virtual nozzle created with magnetic fields, pushing the spacecraft in the opposite direction. So swing on by their Kickstarter page and make a name for yourself in space. For the low cost of $60, you can have your name etched into a spacecraft. Craig Allen is an American artist born in 1971 in San Bernardino, California, who attended the University of Mobile, where he earned an award for academic excellence. His current works focuses around people that he uses as pixels to recreate famous portraits of pop culture icons. Allen creates giant portraits through aerial photography with real people filling in the lines. Current portraits include Marilyn Monroe, JFK, Jackie O, and Audrey Hepburn. The Lorimer Bursts have returned. Today, the burst is not alone. 4 more identical flares have been observed. Lorimer Bursts, or fast radio bursts, come from somewhere in the distant universe, probably some 6 to 11 billion light years away. They don't last very long, only about 1,000th of a second. They happen all the time, up to 10,000 times a day. They create intense bursts of radio emissions, but nothing else. No light, no X-rays, no other visible evidence, and nobody knows what they are. Until now, nobody was even sure they existed. First discovered 6 years ago by Duncan Lorimer. At the time, the observation attracted only minor attention. However, it was a single event that could have been many different things, including an erroneous measurement. Dan Thornton, along with a group of 19 colleagues around the world, have spent the past 4 years exploring what Lorimer bursts are and how they act. This is what they found. Assuming that the bursts occur randomly in all directions, they must be going off at all the time unnoticed in many other locations throughout space. Second, the burst signals are blurred out in a way that looks different at high radio frequencies than at low ones. Such blurring occurs when radio waves pass through the thin smattering of atoms between galaxies and gets stronger the further the waves travel. The amount of blurring Thornton measured strongly indicates the objects causing the radio flashes must lie outside our home galaxy. Lorimer bursts' extreme distance suggests that they must be extremely powerful, or else they would not be detectable at all. Thornton's thoughts initially went to cataclysmic events like an exploding star collapsing into a black hole. Such extreme detonations should produce detectable flashes of light, X-rays, or gamma rays as well, and so far, searches for flashes associated with the 4 bursts have come up empty. Lorimer bursts have scientists stumped as to what these radio signals are and the part they play in the ever-expanding universe we live in. Keep watching those skies. I'm Fallon Joslin for Nerd News.